Good evening. Welcome back to Grey Man Profits. Today will be the first video for beginners, as indicated with the green icon at the top of the board. So you want to be a trader, do you? Okay. Well, everyone starts somewhere, so there's no shame in watching this video. Today, I'm introducing the 11 best concepts or the best terminologies for a beginner to start off with their trading experience. And of course, if you're an intermediate or an advanced, don't worry about this video. If you're just beginning, this is the place to start. So first of all, simple terminology. TP. So you'll see this quite a lot when you place a trade. So other than buying or selling, you also have the option of course, where you can take out your spending. So where it's raised enough that you go, okay, I'm comfortable with that taking out automatically. And additionally, an SL, which is where at the bottom where you're comfortable losing. It's your losing margin. So TP or take profit will be often shown in most icons and most platforms as a green line. You set that once you've bought or sold and you go, okay, how far would I like this to move before I think it's too risky to just stay in? So you set your TP. The usual people, when they do it, they go to about a 3-to-1 ratio, meaning when you place it in, depending on how much you want to move, additionally, your SL will be below, about 3-to-1. SL is your stop loss. First of all, for beginners, always have a stop loss. I cannot tell you how many times I've thought that, okay, a trade is going to go through, I've had a stop loss, taken it off, and the market has changed and I've lost way more than I thought I was going to. Always have it on. Always. Additionally, this is going to sound pretty silly, but of course, the buy icon. Buying is when you want the price to raise. So often, when you go into a sale, and it can be quick, depending on what strategy of trading you're going for. When you buy in, often that's when you want the price to go up. The same is selling or shorting. It's the same terminology. You can use either one. But selling or shorting is when you want the market to go down. Perfect. Additionally, bullish and bearish. These two are inverse. They mean the exact opposite of each other. Bullish, as I've shown in the graph, is when the market or the flow of money, whatever you're working with, is moving in an upwards direction, meaning that the price is accumulating. Additionally, bearish is where the market is mostly shorting, meaning that the value of it is going down, and it will often go in slight peaks, meaning higher highs, lower lows, or lower highs and lower lows as it goes to where it needs to go. It's very rarely that you see a price just drop straight off, unless you're working in crypto, but that's a different video. Additionally, these here on the right-hand side are the more difficult concepts. And I understand, don't worry, take your time to learn them. This one here is break of structure, BOS. So what you'll see is often when you're watching the charts, you'll see a little symbol come up saying BOS. All this indicates is that, okay, the structure or the predictability of the market at that point has changed. Meaning that, okay, we might have been in an upward trend. And now there's been a candle or an indicator, whatever time frame you're working with, that shows that the market might have changed its direction. All this is just a warning sign going, okay, if there was to continue this change, then the outcome might be a little bit different. And this might affect your trade, depending on where you've put your stop loss or your TP. Additionally, this one is a very important one, liquidity. So liquidity, all it is a fancy word for the equity within a moment, meaning that, okay, if it's built up a certain value through consolidation or accumulation, then it goes, okay, this is potential to be, okay, an easy cash grab for an organization or yourself, meaning that all it is just the money available in that moment. Here, we have buy-side liquidity, Now, this is a terminology that you'll become very familiar with because a lot of strategies come after this. The buy side liquidity shows, okay, in a session high, let's say for Asia, for London, or for New York, the usual three that revolve around the market. These are the main parts that move the market. Buy side liquidity is the highest point in that current session, meaning that, okay, if you're in London, what is the highest price that London has reached? And opposite is the sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity is within a session, the lowest point within that session. So if market is going up and down, let's say in a pendulum, as you would hope the market does. It doesn't always, but sometimes. What you'll find is that the highest point of this pendulum is the buy side liquidity, and down the bottom is the low side liquidity. This comes into handy when you get more advanced strategies because you look for the break of structure, which is often when they breach the buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. Keep an eye out for that. The reason that I've put an asterisk around these two, so break of structure and MSS. The reason that I've put an asterisk around them is because these basically mean the same, but they have very, very different outcomes. So be careful, especially if you're a beginner trader. So break of structure means that there has been an idea change. Let's say that a firm has decided to, instead of buy, they've decided to aggressively sell. This means that it's broken the pattern. A buy side liquidity can be recovered. It can be a momentary lapse. On the other side, if you see MSS, it often indicates they're going, okay, this is more of a warning sign that the market will change more drastically. That's all it is. So if you see MSS and you are going for a long position, meaning that you're hoping that the price will change quite drastically, then you might have to reconsider your position or adjust your TP or SL so that you're not in risk that if it just drops or if there's an aggressive change based on an order block or something else, then you are still in a comfortable position to win. Thank you very much. This will be the first video and I'll release 2 more to inform you of more terminology. Have a great evening.